We have the dawn and the day done. So, welcome to the next stall in the series, the Dusk. And yes, I know exactly how adventurous it is to do two male dolls in a row, because I decided Dusk will be a male as well. So, let's start with him. And because of me being a mess and messing a lot of stuff up, I don't know where the audio went for the first part, so I had to do a voiceover. And because I'm bad at recording and doing stuff at the same time, I have to do more voiceover in between. Ta-ta. As today's victim, we have Hunter Huntsmen from Ever After High, because I wanted the Dusk to be a bit more buff than the day, because of my idea with the whole RPG group, so he will be the warrior of the group. So that was why I decided he need to be more buff. And because of the whole Dusk theme, bright red magma hair, it has quite the extreme glow or shimmer. Here we have him with his bright red hair, and I really love that. I already decided to braid some strands and twist some, just to give him a bit variety of texture in his hair, because that will be all the hair he gets. And because of that, we need to take care of the lines, indent thingamajigs that are present on his head. And we do that by using epoxy sculpt. Oh look, some original audio just for you. I now need to go over it with some epoxy clay that I will then cover up with hopefully some paint that I will be able to mix that will be as close to his skin tone as possible. We are not sure at the moment, but here we are, still hoping. And from there, I hope we can then use MSC, cover everything up, and it will be as covered up as possible. And then I sculpted and mixed paint. And when everything was dry, I did lay down a layer of paint. And I have to say I did match the color quite nicely, but I was still able to see the imprinted line, the orientation mark for the flocking, so you know where to flock and where not. So I was not that happy with it, I have to admit. And that was why I took out the Dremel. A combination of sanding with the Dremel, sanding with the sandpaper, and using some acetone, I then came to a result that I deemed worthy to use. And just to mention it, doing that before the reroute would have been great. And now we present you something completely unrelated. While I was working on his costume, Lennox was sitting next to me, or he was sitting on my desk, because out of being bored, I made this. And I put him in because I thought, kind of funny. But what I came to notice, when we compare the bodies, they are very similar. It looks a little bit like this is the buffer version of this one. Which means, with their feet being nearly identical, his feet even being slightly bigger and the hands being the same and everything, if we put another head on him, that should work in the whole, combination of Ever After High and Monster High dolls. Because, in my opinion, Monster High dolls quite often are very slim. And too slim for my taste. Here comes in this dude. Hold? Is it hold height? I don't know. They are not completely 100% a match. But when I put his head on this body, we should have a slightly buffer hold here, which could be nice for diversity in body range. I mean, all of them are quite athletic or slim, and the diversity is not that big, but I did like the idea of swapping their heads just as something to try out, and because I would not know where to put it, I thought, why not do it in this video? To everyone's surprise, the Monster High head did fit quite well on the body. It was teeny tiny bit wobbly, but it did work. So did the BTS head on the Monster High body, which looked quite funny. And then I took out a Hunter doll and Deuce just to take a look at how the three will look next to each other. And I do think it gives us at least a bit of variety in the body types. So I do like that. Maybe I have to do the Holtz hybrid soon as a doll. Anyway, back to the regular program. It's time for the repaint portion of this video. So let's do it! What can I tell you? The repaint was basically like every time. First some shading with soft pastels and then drawing in the details with watercolor pencils. And normally I would just show you the footage, but it's me. I have to talk. Ta-da! I think I want to start with a light orange. will get brown eyes, but I think this is quite the nice starting point. Yeah, I'm looking for all the browns there when everything's laying here. Okay, he stays clean shaven, which is kind of a surprise to me. So, for the first draft, I think, or first layer, I think I want to stay there. And then we take care of his body. At least his upper body, because the costume, what a surprise, sees him bare-chested. Everyone's big surprise, after the first layer, I sprayed a layer of MSC and then did a second layer. And you know what? After the second layer, I sprayed another layer of MSC and then I did a third layer. What a surprise! I know! So, funny enough, when I put on the MSC, not sure if I just didn't notice it, but his chest is now very red. What? I can't do anything against it. Only option would be to send him down a little bit, and I don't think that I want to do that, because this is his costume. And I am now going to glue him in there. And what that very weird person you are watching was not able to say for the next 3 minutes is, the costume will cover up the reddishness anyway and it will look okay, so I can't be bothered. Thank you. I had to extend his whole costume because I originally just made it for a normal Monster High doll. And yeah, because I didn't really remember that, I did the reroute on a Hunter doll, and yeah, then I had to somehow account for that, which meant I had to. And here the same weird person tried to explain in 3 attempts and altogether 6 minutes that I just had to resize everything because the Monster High doll is much more slim and the Ever After High doll is a bit broader, so it was not able to fit. Yeah. So that was what I wanted to say. Very simple. Again, it really does show that I am not good at talking while I am doing something. I'm really not sure. Is that a feminine thing that women can be multitasking and men don't? I'm not sure. Is that something that is rude to say? But at least for me it is true. I'm not able to multitask. So, yeah. While I was putting on his shoes, there was the next problem. I did not take into account that the pants will be quite wide and the shoes have to stay open quite a lot. In the end, they broke a little bit, and yeah, I did glue them in place with hot glue, which is not on camera. I did glue everything in place because, yeah. And while I was taking pictures, his coat was coming apart, or the cloak, you know what I mean, was coming apart, and then I just hot glued the shoes in as well. Yeah. A lot of wardrobe malfunctions in him. Not nice. Yeah. Then I glossed his... first put some white into his eyes, glossed them, and removed the paper that protected his hair. I like, which is slightly surprising, but I really like him so far. We will see how much I like him when everything is together. So, because I already braided all of that, I don't need to do that awfully much. I guess the only thing I need to do is, first of all, cut the ends a little bit, and then either get a piece of ribbon or an elastic. What do we want for him? I think some black ribbon or thread. Black thread? Black thread? Let's use black thread. But that does mean as well as soon as we have this done, we could already attach him to his body and let everything dry together until tomorrow, and then I can take some pictures and do the end reveal, which would be nice. I think I am first going to get his body back. Lay this out here. Take the hat. Make it hot. Stay. This one. That could be nice in the back. So, does this look good? I think I would like it this way. That does mean I will remove the rings at the ends on all of them. This one will get in the ponytail at the back, I think. And this will get here. So we will see us with the finished and dried doll. Until then. And with that, Dusk is done as well. You will have to wait for the night until November, because I'm already doing another doll in between. I hope you did enjoy him, his journey, and we will see us in another video. Until then, bye.